Yes, guys, welcome back, guys. Welcome to Olkak TV. You are watching Matafari on a data point. And this morning, guys, I want to speak about the politics of Nyoro matrix in relation to the doctrine of differentiation, integration, and domineering by the Olkak manuals or by the Olkak persons. Now, when we talk about the how Nyoro fits in the matrix of Olkaks, number one, let's see why Nyoro and what he stands for and how does he fit in the matrix. Nyoro has presented himself, number one, as an alternative solution to the problems that the Uhuruto is causing. If you compare Honorable Nyoro and one man, Edwin Watenya Sifuna, you realize that while Edwin Watenya Sifuna despises the shiny things and says that the Uhuruto is using taxpayers' money to create shiny things. Shiny things here we mean the roads, the stadiums, the affordable housing, and all those shiny things, the airport, the strips that the Uhuruto has been building here and there. And Sifuna says he does not support those things and he does not even want to use them. Nyoro comes out strongly and says he highlights a problem and gives a solution to the problem. He says, for example, in medicine or in medical, we have an issue. And he proposes how to solve that issue and even where to get that money or where to divert the money to and how to solve the issues, both in education, in health, in food security, in roads, and so many others. So by doing that, Nyoro is stationing himself as a better alternative to the Uhuruto's problem than what the opposition is providing. You see? So by doing so, Nyoro is raising his profile. Having been the best performing member of parliament of Kiharu constituency, having a very good profile, and at one time moving around the country with a fleet of young politicians in the name that they are preparing for future politics, for future leadership. And one time Uhuruto said that he was even preparing Nyoro for future politics. Nyoro is specifically placing himself as the best person, the best man from Mulima to give an alternative. So how does that fit in the matrix? Number one, when you look at the matrix of differentiation or the politics of differentiation, Nyoro is being used by the Olkaks to differentiate the mountain. How do you differentiate the mountain? You split the mountain, the western wing part. Remember, Honorable David President Kithure Kindiki has split the mountain, the eastern wing. So coming up of Nyoro, so that he can split the mountain, the western wing, place into the book in the matrix of differentiation. So he is being used to differentiate the western wing from Rigathi. So when you differentiate the western wing from Rigathi, what you are simply doing is that you are dividing the mountain into three factions. And when you divide the mountain into three factions, number one, you are giving Uhuruto a penalty to be shot or to be scored into the goalpost where there is no goalkeeper. So Uhuruto will make a free score without any resistance, because once you accept to split the mountain into three factions, the faction of Kithure Kindiki, the faction of Rigathi Gachagua, and the faction of Nyoro, once you agree and you are put in a corner or in the box and you agree to be boxed into dividing the mountain into three factions, you become weak and vulnerable. And once you are weak and vulnerable, Kasongo takes you for breakfast. So that is how Ndindi is fitting in the matrix of differentiation. Now, how does Ndindi fit in the matrix of integration? As by now, Rigathi Gachagua has created himself as the kingpin of the mountain. Therefore, Rigathi has taken the mountain in one place or one block. By doing so, Rigathi has isolated one man, Matiang'i, who was brought in by Uhuru Kenyatta to be part of the mountain. So because Rigathi had integrated the mountain and he was domineering the mountain, Ndindi Nyoro comes in to be used to integrate the Matiang'i. So Matiang'i, who was a weakling, who got 172 votes in the Lukalau by-election, he's a weakling. He could not scale the mountain. He's a lame duck. So what happens when you take Ndindi Nyoro and you place Ndindi Nyoro with the Matiang'i? You have integrated Matiang'i by Ndindi Nyoro to make another dominant force. So instead of having a horse being followed by one Rigathi Gachagua, you end up having three donkeys. And one donkey is Kithure Kindiki, and another donkey is Ndindi Nyoro, and another donkey becomes one man Rigathi Gachagua. So guys, I will come to expound on that. Just I'm having a break. Guys, like this video, share, comment, and subscribe. You have been watching the Olgag TV by Job Matafari. This is the Tata Point.